Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the July 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Virgo. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you at this time. As I said, it is a general reading, so you don't have to force it to your situation. It's best you don't, and it's okay if all of the messages do not apply or you do not feel that it applies. Okay, just take whatever you feel would be beneficial and is relevant to you. So before I go into the reading itself, I just have a couple of quick announcements. First thing I'd like to share is because July is actually my birthday month. We're now in Cancer season, so now I'm really excited about that. And to help celebrate that fact, I am offering a 10% discount on all tarot readings, okay? So all personal readings. So if you're interested in having a personal reading for myself, you can visit my Facebook page, the link for which is in the description box below, and you can also find it here, okay? So there you can book a session with me. You can also find the different spreads that I do and the pricing. Just keep in mind the pricing doesn't reflect the 10%. So take that into account when you're looking at the price, okay? And the second thing I wanted to announce is that I will be hosting a bonus live reading, and that's for all signs, and that will be on my Instagram channel. So I'll be really excited to host my first Instagram live tarot reading, okay? So if you haven't followed me already, go to my channel and you'll see the little Instagram icon in my banner, okay? If you click that, you'll be able to follow me there. I suggest that you do, so that when the time comes, you'll be able to easily join the live session, okay? It'd be really great to see you guys there and to be able to interact with you while I do each sign's general reading. So it'll be a bonus reading just for July. So I'm really looking forward to that. So stay tuned for an announcement video on the time and date that I'll be doing that in July. Okay, so for the reading itself. So the spread itself will be my usual traditional style Celtic cross spread. And I'll be using the Wild Unknown Tarot to get the main messages and then clarifying with the intuitive. And I do use the intuitive a lot because generally that fits my style. I am primarily an intuitive tarot reader, okay? So if you're wondering, that's the case. All right, so let's get into it and see what is going on for you in the month of July, Virgo. Now, it's a very interesting time for everybody. I think there's a lot of things that are coming up to the surface to be revised, healed, acknowledged, integrated or released entirely. So we'll see what may be coming up for you, Virgo, in the month of July. I've already shuffled your cards, but I like to do a couple more shuffles on camera. So let's have a look. Wow. Okay, straight off the bat. All right, so I'll do what I usually do. I'll get the main layout down first, and then we'll go into each card before we go into clarifying further. Okay, wow. This is already looking quite intense. Wow, okay. Ooh, too many. That's interesting though, okay. Last card. Ooh, too many cards keep trying to come up for you, Virgo. I'm not sure what's going on today. You're very energetic by the looks of it. Okay. Aha, thank you. All right, Virgo. So the first card you got in the position of your present circumstances, you have the Four of Wands, okay? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are thinking of the big picture. That's what I'm getting from this. You're thinking about the long term, the big picture. What scenarios you see playing out for yourself. What is it that you're trying to manifest? What is that window of opportunity for growth and expansion and for creating solid long-term foundations? soul level connections, ascending. All of these things are coming up for you right now. That's very much in the focus, at the forefront of your mind. All of these aspects. Amazing. What a powerful way to start a reading. Wow, okay. So in regards to your challenge, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's funny because Pisces got this twice actually in their reading. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, or you could have Pisces strongly in your chart. Either way, I feel like with this being here in the position of your challenge, it's saying that, it's time to really hone in your focus on what it is you truly want, right? I feel like you've been exploring many different things, trying different avenues. You acquired a lot of knowledge and skills and a lot of insight by exploring these different pathways. But now is the time to kind of hone in and focus on something specific, right? In order to bring you further into alignment and towards this golden window of opportunity for manifestation and expansion. Interesting. And that can be very challenging, particularly if you are the kind of person that has a great deal of passions or a great deal of things that they concern themselves with, that they value a lot, right, in life. If you have a lot of obligations or responsibilities, it can be difficult trying to juggle everything at once. So being asked to hone in on a specific area of your life is not always easy, particularly when you have a lot to manage. Or especially as well, if you have a lot of passions, a lot of interests, it can be difficult focusing on one particular thing that you want to invest more of your time into. But that's essentially what you're being asked to do at this particular time. So in regards to your feelings then, you have the Nine of Wands in reverse, more fire energy. So it's like the answer lies within. You've already been embarking on this journey for some time. And it's the case of there's not so much more that you need to put out and do in the outer world, I feel like. I feel like you're already taking the necessary steps, but there's more to explore and to cover and uncover from within, right? Because there's something you're still not seeing or you've not come to understand about yourself and where your true power lies, or what you're truly capable of, your true potential, right? You haven't fully tapped into that yet. So that's why I think that you're being asked to hone in on one specific aspect, so you have the time and the space to do that, right? In regards to what's crowning you at this time, so what's within your power to affect, you have the Five of Cups, right? So water energy. This is talking about releasing and walking away from the things that cause you harm, the things that cause your suffering, right? Choosing to walk away from suffering as a whole is understanding that suffering is a necessary evil in life, even though it's not really evil, but it's just, just it's just phrase, right? But it's a case of like understanding that suffering is always going to be an aspect of life in one capacity or another. However, not allowing the pain from the past to overtake your energy, right? And not to cloud your vision from what it is that lies just before you, right? So being able to transcend the pain, transcend the suffering, and see the bigger picture. In regards to your advice here, you have the Four of Swords, so air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You're being asked to take the necessary time. As I said, I feel like, there is a lot of introspection work that's being triggered at this time for you, particularly with all these transits that are currently taking place, in terms of astrology. I feel like you are being asked to take some time out to reflect on what it is that you truly want. What is this vision look like to you? What is it that you're trying to manifest, right? What is the portal that you are opening in your mind in order to create specific changes in your reality, right? To really hone in on what that looks like and address anything that comes into your mind that sabotages your ability to manifest those changes. In regards to your external influences, so this can be places, people, environments, situations that are playing out for you at this time. You have this Sun card in reverse. So Leo energy quite strongly. You could be dealing with the Leo. But either way, I feel like with the Sun card being in reverse, it's like, are you seeing things as they truly are? Are you trying to see things from a very left-brained, logical viewpoint? And if so, is that necessarily the best way to look at this situation and assess what is going to lead you to happiness? Because especially if it deals with matters of the heart, the answer can only be found deep within, right? Within the heart space, within your higher self's guidance as well. So you may be looking at something from the wrong lens and being asked to reassess that. Because what you perceive as something that you don't want, as something that's responsible for you being unhappy, being a part of this 5 of Cups energy, may not very well be the case, right? It may be the way you're looking at it, at the pain and the suffering, that is causing you to believe that's the case and causing you to feel the way you have felt, right? Okay, so the next card you have in regards to your fears is the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing with one of those signs. So I feel like it's a sense of, you know, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you're afraid that you're not going to be able to move towards this change that's taking place, this new step that needs to be taken, right? Towards this manifestation, towards this golden opportunity, right? By really tapping into your, spiritual abilities to manifest. And it's feeling like you're not capable, you're not equipped, you're not experienced enough, you don't have the tools, you're kind of lost, you don't have the guidance, you don't have the awareness, these are the fears, right, that it's coming up, like, oh, I can't do it, I don't know how to do it, it's never worked out in the past, how am I going to make it work this time, I'm trying all these different approaches, but what if it doesn't work, that's the fear talking, though. Next you have, in regards to your hopes, you have the Star card, so Aquarius energy. You could have Aquarius or you could be dealing with Aquarius. Regardless, this is the very thing you're trying to manifest. Whatever the Star is to you is the thing that, you see as the ultimate blessing that you can obtain in your life, right? It can also represent something that you want so badly that you're fearful that you will not obtain, or you're fearful that because you once had it and you lost it in some capacity. And especially coupled with your fears here, I feel like this may be something that you once had or had a glimpse of, but it slipped through your fingers, and you're really hoping that you can somehow bring it together this time. You can make it happen, make it work, bring it to fruition. And then in regards to I'm kind of skipping ahead here. Okay, let's go back to your past circumstances. So in regards to your recent past, you had the Ace of Swords, okay, in reverse, so air energy. So there was something that I feel like you put a stop to. There's something that you stopped. There's something you halted in its tracks. You were like, no more, I'm done. You walked away from something. You literally drew a line in the sand, and you were like, you're either with me or against me. It's that kind of energy I'm getting from this. And maybe whoever you was dealing with, possibly an Aquarius, possibly an Earth sign, strong Leo energy here, possibly an Aries as well. Strong Aries here, we'll get to that. But I feel like whoever you was dealing with, chose the other option, chose to walk away, or chose to side with someone else, or choose someone else, or whatever it was. And you were like, so be it, pretty much. It hurt you like hell. I mean, I could see that caused a lot of pain for you, but you were like, so be it. if you're not choosing me, then that's it. You know, it's that kind of energy. So it was difficult for you, but you felt like it was necessary at that point. Interesting. We'll see what that is. In regards to your near future, though, you have the Emperor, as I was saying, strong Aries energy. So this could be you walking into the steps of the Emperor, right? Especially because I see you manifesting big changes in your life. You're already opening the portal, right? In your third eye and into you're already beginning to work in the astral to make this happen, right? Whether you realize you're doing it consciously or unconsciously, this is what's taking place. So I feel like even if you're dealing with someone or cross paths with someone who is of this energy, this is what you're going to be embodying very soon. That you will be going into Emperor mode. So you could be starting a business. You could be starting a venture of your own. You could be going into partnership and launching a business of some description, or you could be getting a promotion. You could be getting a job that's a significant career jump, right? And yeah, and that really is going to put you in the position of boss mode, right? You're going to be like of boss status, whatever this is, or being in control of your life in a way that you've never quite brought together in the past, right? So very positive. I feel like this camera is tilted a little bit. Why is it tilted? I don't know. That's better, I think. Yeah, I just noticed that it was like going this way. I was like, what the hell? What's happening here? Okay, that looks better. So going back to the reading and your potential outcome, you have the Four of Pentacles. So earth energy again. This is talking about like, I have created this stability for myself and I'm not letting anyone else push me back down to where I was. Like getting to this position was hard won, okay? And there is no one and nothing that's gonna knock me off track again, because this is mine. I've created this for myself. No one's gonna put me where I was. It's that kind of energy, like really no bullshit kind of energy. So interesting, I like it. All right, so let's have a look then. All right, so clarifying the Four of Wands here. You have the Nine of Swords and you have the World card, okay? So I feel like you are, yeah, it's like you're opening up a new world of opportunities, right? And I feel like you're getting divine assistance from them, within that. So I feel like, especially when you're in a meditative state, you're communing with the divine, okay? And they're offering a lot of assistance for you, a lot of support while you explore these ideas, where you express what it is that you truly want and what it is that you're trying to manifest, right? And that getting that as support, getting that assistance, and basically having the having the divine present and knowing that they have your back is overcoming your fears surrounding this, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, right? So it's doing you a lot of good having that divine assistance and being able to tap into those realms in a more profound way. So that's very good, okay? So in regards to your past circumstances, the Ace of Swords in reverse, sorry, I don't know what's going on in my brain. The Ace of Swords in reverse, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse, and you have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so whoever this person represents could be an air sign, possibly a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. But I feel like there was someone you stood your ground with, because they may have been acting very cold towards you, not very compassionate or considerate, possibly even being... possibly even like by them being in this energy of being kind of off with you and not really supporting your vision, not really being understanding towards you. It was also an act of self-sabotage on their behalf, because things were not going according to their plan, or they were not able to manifest what it is they were wishing, right? Because maybe it was in conflict with your true will, right? And as you know, we cannot affect the will of another. So it's possible that that was causing the friction between you and this person, which could be a friend, family member, you know, an employee, a boss, a co-worker, a neighbor. It could be just about anyone, right? A teacher, whoever it is. And you were just like, no, I'm drawing the line in the sand. So you can either support me and be a part of this vision, or at least, you know, support the vision, or you can leave me alone, pretty much. And they chose to engage in conflict, or just basically say, no, I'm not interested. You're not doing what I want, so I'm not interested. So you're like, okay, bye then. You know, it was that kind of energy. So yeah, you had to, you know, you had to enforce your boundaries essentially with someone specific or a particular group of people, right? Because they were not respecting your decisions. They were not respecting your vision, right? So in regards to your near future then, the Emperor here, you have the Four of Pentacles again. Wow. So I feel like this is going to be a very prominent energy for you. And you have the Three of Cups. So you're going to be getting to this boss mode yourself, right? Because you're done, you're really in no bullshit kind of energy at this point. So you're going to be manifesting serious changes. You're going to step up as a boss, right? Whether that's being a literal boss or being in charge of your own destiny, of choosing, you know, your own path, right? You're creating firm foundations for yourself. And you're, as a result, when those blessings come in, you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be sharing your accomplishments and your achievements with those who stood by you, those who respected you, who encouraged you, that made you feel capable and confident, that reassured you that your decision to take this path was valid, right? That it was a good decision, right? So those who stood by you are going to partake in the blessing, okay? They're going to be a part of the celebration. And it's just beautiful energy. It's just wonderful, right? That you're like, okay, as much as it has been hard, I've put in the work in, I've made sacrifices, you know, and I'm not willing to give this up for anyone. And because I stuck by my guns, it paid off, and now we can celebrate together, right? Awesome. So in regards to your feelings then, the Nine of Wands here in reverse, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse this time, so that's interesting. And you have the Queen of Wands. A lot of queens on the table. So, oh my gosh, we're not there yet, but I can also see the Queen of Pentacles. We've got all four queens, right? All the feminine court cards are here. So that's really interesting. So for you, I feel like this journey has been a lot to do with healing the various aspects of the divine feminine. And you may be seeing that play out with certain connections with females, or those who identify as female or have, you know, who are very much in their divine feminine aspect right now, at least when it comes to your connection with them, and seeing that play out in various different ways with these people, right? And it's all part of helping you to heal and step into the space of the Emperor, right? Regardless of the fact that that's the masculine aspect. It's these four queens are supporting you in that vision, right? Supporting you to reach the status of the Emperor, right? Amazing. So you may actually have a friendship circle, a very select few friends. Doesn't matter if they're masculine or feminine, but that are very encouraging, that are encouraging in different ways. There may be someone who's been, you know, helping you get your vision, you know, grounded in reality, practical steps. There may have been someone who was trying to assist you with, you know, pointing out what needs to be taken into consideration before you make a certain decision, you know, setting up shop properly, you know, looking at the legalities and the rest of it. Maybe there was someone that was really giving you that emotional encouragement, right? Making you feel capable, letting you know that what you're doing is a good thing, and that, you know, that it's coming from the right place. And someone who's like supercharging your vision, maybe inspiring you to keep moving forward, right? So I'm seeing that play out for some people as well. But in this case as well, with regards to your feelings, the Nine of Wands here, I feel like it's a case of you're understanding that, you know, like I said, there's only so much you can do outside of yourself, and I feel like you're already taking those steps, and you are taking on the advice that is helpful, rather than that in just that criticizes or puts a downward spin or a negative twist on everything. But where there's constructive criticism and helpful advice, you're taking that on board. But I feel like at this point now, what needs to be focused upon is not so much, you know, what others are doing and communicating what you need from them, but more focusing on what you need to bring out within yourself, right? And that is being in the space of knowing that you are capable, that you are confident, that you are creative, that you are inspirational, that you are a creator, that you're you know, someone who can get things done, that is very passionate, that is very driven, you know, that has ideas, you know, that taps into that well of inner knowledge, right? And also having the intuition to move forward, having the intuition and the awareness to keep going, you know, regardless of whatever anyone else says, knowing that you are, you know, well equipped, and that you are driven by your true passion, by what, you know, really resounds loudly in your heart space as your calling, right? So using these energies to your benefit. So the next card you got, clarifying your Five of Cups here in the position of what's crowning you. You have the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy, and you have the Queen of Pentacles, so Earth energy. It's just incredible how you've got all four queens here. But either way, I feel like what's being expressed is that when it came to these feelings of hurt, and I feel like it's not just from, you know, one particular situation, but I feel like this is from, you know, multiple things that took place in your recent past. But I think the one situation that caused the most pain was in relation to a past relationship, right? Someone that you was heavily emotionally and possibly even materially invested in, right? You gave a lot to the connection, and because that dissipated one way or another for one reason or another, it caused a lot of great sadness. But I feel like you're getting to the point now where you realize that you still have everything that you know you had to give, right? Maybe not financially if you invested like a lot in the material sense, but you will acquire what was lost, right? And then when it comes to your emotions, you still have all that love to give, and now it's time to give that to yourself and those who are deserving of it, right? So in regards to the position of your challenge, before I forget, the Seven of Cups in reverse here, you have the Six of Cups in reverse, the Temperance card in reverse, and the Page of Swords. So yeah, the challenge is to hone into one aspect and do the necessary work and really focus on what it is that you truly want. I feel like you are trying to release yourself from this past person, this past connection, because it caused a lot of sadness, and because you feel like while there were good memories, it doesn't serve what it is that you're trying to create, this foundation, right? It's not stable. There's no stability or promise of longevity here, right? So you're moving forward. You're looking at possibilities elsewhere. You know, it's possible that you're looking at possibilities elsewhere, right? And that, you know, you're not afraid to walk out on your own. You're not afraid to look ahead and keep moving, even if it means on your own, right? Because you're aware of where there was imbalance and where, you know, the necessary tools to really make it come together were not present, right? There was maybe a one-sided aspect to this connection, or neither of you were in the right position to really invest in this connection further. Or perhaps there was just a lot of toxicity in the situation. But regardless, you're understanding that, certain actions need to be taken, and that, there's no more waiting to be done. What would you be waiting for? Now's the time to take those careful steps forward, right? Towards your healing, towards getting into a place of, creating, manifesting, being aligned to what really is your will, your true will, your wants, right? So clarifying the Four of Swords here, in regards to your advice, you have the Hermit in reverse, your energy, Virgo energy, and you have the Seven of Wands. So yeah, you're understanding that you need that time for contemplation and to go within to really channel those powerful ascendant energies that have come in to connect with the divine and seek counsel and discuss your vision there. But there may be something that you're still not aware of, particularly when it comes to, I feel like, there's certain challenges you're trying to overcome, and I feel like you're still in that partial mindset that there's a whole multitude of things you need to do in order to get to the point where things will really take off for you and you'll see these significant changes. But it's nothing really outside of yourself. It's everything within, right? It's getting to that powerful place of knowing and understanding that you are the key, right? You have the ability to change your reality. All you need to do is believe in yourself, and really just tap into your innate abilities, right? Your psychic abilities, your creativity, your ability to problem solve, your intuition, right? Using your heart to guide you forward, all of that kind of stuff, right? So that's really, really positive. And with the just get this in order. With the Seven of Wands, I feel like you're aware that, maybe there's certain things that are triggering you this time and you get a little bit defensive. Because there is some fear, because things didn't quite come together in the way you hoped in the past, there is a little bit of fear around that. You're like, I'm not sure how I can do this. I'm not sure what the answer is, right? But you've got it, right? You've got it down. It's just a case of, really going within and focusing on the areas where fear comes into play, right? And getting a good grip of those fears. Because I feel like that's the only thing that's essentially holding you back at this time. It's not, not doing enough or not being enough or, not being in the right place or anything like that. It's just a case of not feeling like you have everything that you need, right? So then clarifying then your external influences, the Sun in reverse here. You have the Wheel of Fortune the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy. So, wow, okay. Like I said, I feel like you're not seeing something for how it truly is, but that is changing, right? So whatever you thought was the case and whatever you felt like things were not moving, you were meeting a dead end, nothing had changed, that's completely changing, right? So you're going to see significant changes, the wheel turning in your favor, things moving forward, a new opportunity, significant opportunity for happiness. So I feel like something from the past is resurfacing in order to be addressed, for things to be healed, and moved in a positive direction. So any karmic situation that was left unresolved and kind of leaving things in a very heavy energy is now being brought back to be released and healed, and things can be moving forward in a more positive light. So I really like that. Okay. So the next card you have, clarifying your fears, the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse, so Earth energy. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Devil, which is Capricorn energy, and you have the Emperor again. So really strong Aries energy actually in this reading. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Capricorn, Leo. We've got another Virgo, possibly another Virgo. But then we have all these queens. But I feel like that could be people that are supporting you, as well as the various aspects of your divine feminine that's being healed through this situation, okay? But regardless, I feel like when it comes to your fears, you may be afraid that whoever represents the Emperor in the past for you, right? Because I feel like you are now stepping into the energy of the Emperor, but whoever signified the Emperor for you in the past, you're afraid that if they come back around, that nothing is going to change, that they're only going to bring with them more of this toxicity that you're trying to cut out of your life, and that all they're going to do is bring false hope. So that if you even be willing to give them a chance or hear them out, or, you know, because it feels like this person or this situation is coming back around to be healed and addressed, but you're afraid if you take that leap of faith and wanting to reconcile or at least clear the air with this person, then they're just going to play you for a fool, and you'll be back in the same situation again, being abandoned, being cast out, being taken advantage of, right, in some capacity. So that's your fear, and you're like, I'm afraid that I wouldn't have learned my lesson, and I'm having to start from square one again. And you're thinking like, you know, what if I don't, you know, I make the wrong decision? What if this goes wrong? And that kind of energy. Okay. So in regards to your hopes, the Star card here, you have the Nine of Cups and you have the Death in reverse. So this is Scorpio energy. Yeah. So you know what it is that you want. You know what this wish fulfillment is, this manifestation that you're calling in. And it's something that means a great deal to you. You know, it's something that you have invested heavily in terms of your emotions into. Like you're like, this is what I want more than anything. You know, it's an important aspect of this foundation that I'm trying to create for myself, right? And again, with that Death card in reverse, I feel like it's something from the past, something that you're trying to resurface, bring back from the dead, right? And trying to revive, trying to bring new life into it, right? Because you see its potential, you know that it has the potential to be everything you ever wanted. So it's kind of like you're wanting to take a leap of faith on something that partially terrifies you because of how much pain it caused in the past, right? So this is it. This is the sort of the dilemma that you're facing right now. It's like, I want this more than anything, and I know it's aligned to this vision that I have, but I'm terrified what the consequence will be if I manifest this change, right? But I feel like regardless, it's coming in because this other person or whoever is attached to this energy is coming back around anyway to heal this. So yeah, it's just a case of how you want to approach it. And then finally, as regards to your final outcome here, your potential outcome, the Four of Pentacles again, you have the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. So interesting. So you're like, regardless of whatever happens with this person, whether, you know, we release this for good, you know, whatever happens, I'm not willing to sacrifice all that I've created and all the healing I've done, all of the work I've put into myself, and all of my blessings that are now coming to fruition for this. Okay, so if it doesn't represent anything more solid, more stable, that is truly aligned to my vision, then it does not have a place where I'm headed, right? I will just release it entirely. So that's, you're not budging on that. Again, this is like this energy coming out again. You're drawing a line in the sand and you're like, listen. So you may very well have this like discussion with this person, like, listen, I'm not going to hold you prisoner to what happened to the past, but understand, if you're not going to support me, or if you're not going to want to truly build a foundation with me for the long term, if you're not sincere, if you're not serious, there's the door. Don't waste my time. It's that kind of energy, right? So Virgo, you're being very serious about your boundaries. You're very, very serious about your vision, what it is you're manifesting at this time. And as such, yeah, you're not entertaining anything that doesn't support that, pretty much. But as a result, it's going to pay off. That's what I'm seeing here. So well done you, right? It looks like you sticking to your guns is going to pay off for you. So I hope this helps. Sorry if the reading's a bit disjointed. I was having some issues with my phone, so hopefully it does make sense and it's not too chaotic for you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're aware when new readings are uploaded. But yes, otherwise, I'm sending you lots of luck, lots of support in this journey. You know, lots of strength. I know, to be honest, I don't think you need it. But just sending it anyway. It's always good to have the extra well wishes. And yeah, I will speak to you guys very soon. So take care and bye for now.